So for this run, we are going to be doing it suit only, starting from the keep. I'm not going to do no mastery and start from the harbor because it's just not advantageous for this routing. We're also going to do it with no loadout, so I'm starting with no items whatsoever, and I haven't smuggled any in either. We're just going to use what's on the map. We're also going to do this with no knockouts. I'm not going to knock a single NPC out, including any of my targets. So the first thing we do when we start at the keep, instead of going for the first target, which we don't really have the means to go after him anyway, as we'd need a pistol to kill him, we're just going to head all the way downstairs instead. And sneak through the mortician area, out here, because what I need is a shovel. Now there was a shovel in the mortician building that I just passed, and I know that's there, but I'm going to have to climb this pipe anyway, and it's just kind of inconvenient because you can't really climb with a shovel. So I'm going to instead go for the second one, which is located very close by. It's just out here in this little well yard. I'm going to run through the grass while crouched to get the attention of the guards so that they turn around. Then I'm just going to kind of beeline here, cut this corner behind this column. I'll get partially spotted, but I won't get fully spotted, and I should have enough time to get out of here before anybody investigates. What I'm trying to do here is drop the shovel in such a way that the physics make it fall down. That allows me to avoid it making a distracting sound, but I can't do that. It just doesn't work sometimes. So instead, I'm just going to throw it down after the door closes from those patrolling elite guards, and come down after it. Someone did, you see, there come up after me, but they didn't get far enough to really see me, and I managed to get down on the ledge before they could. There's Zoe. So now, we're headed for the chapel, and you might say, this is nowhere near any of our targets. What are you doing? Why are you picking up all those coins? Why are you throwing this shovel down a hole? Well, we'll get to that. But first, we need to open up the secret passage. And yes, I know this is probably the biggest diversion you've seen in this run yet, but we need to go push that button. Now, you can be head turned by that guard. You can throw something to distract him if you want, but ultimately it's just a matter of luck. Because it's a suspicious action to push the button, you will get spotted instantly if he's even looking kind of at you. So we're going to come down into this little basement area. We're going to throw the shovel immediately to just distract this lady who's a reporter pretending to be waitstaff. The reason we do that is that she has a routine where after a few seconds she'll turn around and start walking down the tunnel on her phone. But because she was looking straight at us, there wasn't a lot we could do there, so we just threw it to distract her and get her to move. We're then going to pick up the shovel and head to this secret dig prompt, and we're going to pick up a silenced Hackle 9S covert. So we're going to shoot twice to just get her to stop enforcing trespassing and run past her. Going to grab a token on the way out. Now that's a kind of a hidden item. It's kind of cool. It's the only silenced pistol on this map that I know of. When you dig it up, though, it's very hard to pick up if you move the camera or 47 at all. I recommend you do not even touch your mouse or your camera control sticks or whatever you're using, and just spam your pickup button until that animation finishes. You should pick up the gun pretty consistently if you do that, but if you move at all or change the camera at all, forget it. It's almost impossible to pick that gun up anymore. I don't know why it's like that, it's just the geometry of it. So we're going to come up here, we're going to grab some propane, as we usually would. In addition, I'll go ahead and shoot the cameras out, since I've got a nice silenced pistol to do it with. Again, there's only one camera along this route, so don't worry about it. I'm also going to do a drop there. Propane's bouncier than the shovel, so it's easier to get it to do the drop trick. And when it drops, it'll seem like it's making a sound, but it actually won't, because the sound is tied to you actually throwing something, so there won't be any distraction if an item just drops. I'm going to throw it over there, but that's just for logistics. I don't care who hears it. I'm going to come in here and grab a fire extinguisher, because what I need to do is get up on that stage in my suit, which is not easy because it's trespassing and there are 3 guards looking straight at the stairs that you have to go on. So what I'm going to try and do is get them to turn around. And I actually missed with this stupidly inaccurate pistol, so I have to go back. What I want to make sure of is that that door into the bathroom is open when it goes off. The other door doesn't matter. What's important is just that that bathroom door is open, otherwise the guards may not hear it. There is some RNG to this. They may turn towards you towards the stage for some reason, but assuming they turn away from it and go to investigate like they're supposed to, and they do most of the time, you can walk right up on the stage, plant the propane in the perfect spot, and get out of here. When you go into this room to go out the window, watch out for any servers or waitstaff or guards who have run into this room in the panic. They will enforce trespassing on you if they see you. I also got lucky here for some reason. One of the guards that would otherwise be able to see me for whatever reason decided to investigate downstairs. Probably due to that missed shot I did. But time is not a sensitive factor here, so you can just wait for them all to turn around and leave. So what we're doing is now that we have the silenced pistol, we can finally set up some of our kills here. The explosion is ready. All we need to do is be in a good vantage point, which we can get to from where that area where we were with the generator has a nice overlook. So watch that guard on the left. He sometimes walks over here and could see you. I recommend just waiting for him to turn around and go back, because you may want to save your gunshot distraction on him for later. The second gunshot distraction will cause guards and stuff to go into a panic, so we want to wait on that. So be patient. Now with these two guards outside the tower, the one on the right, when he's at the position next to the door, should never be able to see you climbing the pipe because there's a column in the way. The guy on the left, though, you can see us because there's like a gap that he can look through. So just wait for him to turn around, or if he's already at the other side of the building, then that's good. Just climb up after that. Shoot the camera if you didn't already take the cameras out. That's the only camera we have to worry about. So we're going to set up a distraction kind of over here, and I'll show you what we mean, but first we're going to get rid of the guards. So we're going to shoot the ceiling here, and we're going to shoot the ceiling here. That will cause the guards to go upstairs, and it's going to take them a long time to get up there and then to get back. So we're going to set up the gun here where it's kind of not immediately in sight, set up a coin trail here, and then we're going to throw a coin kind of against this lip of the window. And for some reason, this pretty consistently has gotten the enforcer lady to go check for me. It doesn't really matter, but it's a lot easier if she goes instead of him, because for whatever reason, that guy, that council member, is not an enforcer. I'm in a very sensitive area, in my suit.
Wow.
You'd think this guy would know I'm not supposed to be here, but he doesn't. So I'm just going to throw a coin in the corner here, set up a trail of coins while he's back behind these paintings. At this point, the female council member has gone and seen the gun, so she's going to go report it. I picked it up right behind her, so I don't have to worry about a guard coming to take it, because I brought it back, which I needed for the target anyway. So we're going to shoot him, dump him out on this balcony, which no one has any reason to go out on, and then we're going to rush to the window, because we need to beat the guard that's coming upstairs out here, as well as the civilian enforcer lady who's going to be coming back up. See, they're both coming. So we don't have to worry about that. We're done. The guard may be here, depending on your timing. Again, this is the time to use a distraction instead of before. You can just gunshot distract the wall behind him or something, get him to turn around, and then just make for the grass. Now watch that guy carefully up there. He may see you. He probably won't, but you never know. I kind of jumped the gun on this one as well. Those guys might have been able to see, but just due to the angle of things, we were okay. Again, if you want to just wait for them to turn and walk away, that's fine. We'll drag the target into the grass, though, so they won't find her. And now all we have to do is set off the propane, which should be pretty easy outside of the fact that this gun is way less accurate than the silver baller, so yeah, we're going to miss a shot there. Have to reload. Doesn't matter, though, because the musicians are deaf. They can't hear you shooting there. So all we need to do is make sure we're not going to be spotted on the ladder here, which I almost got head turned, but we should be able to get out now. So there you go. Suit only, no loadout, no knockouts. Seemed pretty impossible when I started routing this, but I knew it was totally doable, and indeed it was, with a little bit of shenanigans. And if you were to bring loadout items, I think it would be much easier. You could use, lures, flashbangs, that sort of thing.